you want to be a winner, not only have to understand how to win, but to understand how to consistently win.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
That's our brand of football. If you want to be a winner, not only have to understand how to win, but to understand how to consistently win.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
That's our brand of football.
J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Nick Shine Show. I am your host, Nick. Pleasure to have you here with me tonight. We got a lot of amazing things going on. This show, this program, our venture together, because like I always tell you guys, this is our show. This is our community. This is your program. I just facilitate. That's it. You guys in the chat, you run this. I know how you guys operate. I love you for it. But Wesley Walker last week, Connie Carberg last night, tremendous. It was in touch with Connie today. We talked. She was great. The feedback from the show, you guys were so amazing. The comments in the YouTube video and the shorts were great. And you showed her a lot of love. But ladies and gentlemen, we have another major announcement to make on this program. I am honored to announce that Ken O'Brien will be on the show Sunday night, June 28th. Mark your calendars, 7 p.m. start. Jets legendary quarterback, passing yards leader. I can't wait for this. Yes. I can't wait. The energy is up. I hope you guys are excited for this. This is a rare get. There's no interviews out there with Ken O'Brien like that I found. You know, myself and show producer Cisco, we're looking like this is a rare interview. So spread the word. I appreciate that. You guys are the best. Here's what we got going on tonight. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. If you are a Jet fan watching this channel right now and you are not subscribed, why don't you become the lucky 2,300th subscriber to this channel? 2,300. When I started talking Jets and then I was asking friends to subscribe and it was 30, 40, 50, I didn't think I could get here. You dream about it. You dream about having Jets legends on the show, but where this show is, I thank all of you. Because if you guys weren't clicking in and you guys weren't sharing and you weren't being a part of this program day in and day out, I wouldn't have had the interest in coming back. So thank you to all of you who believed in me. And there were some days that I didn't. So I love you guys. You're the best. Ken O'Brien will be here. We have a huge Ken O'Brien program set. Now, not just for that day. Cisco, producer, already in the lab. Videos, photos. We also are going to do Ken O'Brien-based shows leading up to the interview. So it's June. It's downtime. That week leading up to the O'Brien interview, we're going to have a lot of Ken O'Brien discussion on the channel. And then the cherry on top will be him joining us on Sunday night. So before we play Blitz BK, last thing, Sunday raffle, jersey of your choice tomorrow night. And we have a Don Maynard mini helmet. Now, here's what I'm going to do. All of you who contributed to last night's show, you're already on the wheel for Sunday night. So thank you again to everybody for the show with Connie, the Mark Gastineau raffle. We had a huge turnout for that. I'm going to carry those raffle entries over, give you guys another chance to win on Sunday. Jersey of your choice, Don Maynard mini helmet. We'll have 2 prizes going out Sunday. And if we get nuts in the chat, then maybe, just maybe, we'll add more prizes. So, folks, thank you for being here. It's Blitz time. Let's go. Turn it up.
Get ready for this All Jets Pro. Get ready for this all-time host. Get ready on your mark, set, go. Get ready, this is Nick Shine Show. Green and white nights, here the city locked in. Let's walk, Jets talk, another season with friends, another season with Glenn. I hope to see some more wins. I'm so seasoned with the pen, I hope we season the fins. We see brief, quick spins, release the beast from within. 20 shining like Nick, you know we gotta call in. You can make a couple Jets points, jokes in your spins, give away a couple memberships. If you ball in, he got giveaways and death, plus his tunes are the best. Gives you plenty time to talk how to improve on these Jets. Win or lose, we don't sweat, we don't boo on these vets. Ain't no booze for this vet, but we boo on the press and then move on to the next. Every year, June to June, we talk New York Jets. This is Nick Shine time, this is New York's best. Might have lost his big toe, but never lost his breath, and never lost his step, never.
Here we go, baby.
J-E-T-S, Jets, 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 let's go, baby.
Get ready for this All Jets Pro. Get ready for this all-time host. Get ready on your mark, set, go. Get ready, this the Nick Shine Show.
Now, you know sometimes old man interneting takes place. Working on that right now. So what does that mean? One more Blitz song. Enjoy.
Jet 3 covering the bumble.
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show. Dim the lights, but it's still bright as Nick time. Day or night, this is his prime, it's Nick Shine. Proud fan, well defined, so get in line. Toe to toe with any show, he only got 9. The best show on YouTube, bro, is easy. We talk Jets all day, please believe me. Subscribe, you just gotta click a family. We not a click in 3D. You can see a beautiful DP. We see through the fake teams and the tea leaves. So we pray for a coach and a QB and hope that we close to the top in the new league. A toast to the host with the most, Nicky. Who, me? Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show.
Fantastic.
Fantastic indeed. Now, one last thing before we get into tonight's topic. Folks, I told you, Ken O'Brien's coming on. We are going to have a Ken O'Brien-based shows several times in a row here. Now, we got to show this real quick. Bang, bang, bang. Here's what we got. If you are a channel member right now, hit the refresh button on YouTube. We have a brand new emoji. Legend Ken, it's called. We already have a Kenny O. Now we have the Legend Ken. Boom, where you at? There you go. That's there. That's live. I'm sorry, Chris B. I beat you to it. I know you are the emoji king. But we got that one. Enjoy. Show some love to Kenny O. That's amazing. So I got a phone call today from Ken. And I got to tell you, his voice, it's a voice of a leader. He just commands a presence, even on the phone. Like, the first thing I said was, I can't believe, like, number one, that Ken O'Brien is calling me. And listen, if I'm dreaming, don't pinch me. Don't wake me up. Let this continue. This is an amazing run, and I thank everyone again for it. Now, tonight's topic. Tonight's show topic. What if Geno's got some magic left up his sleeve? What if Geno last year just had a bad situation? What if that offensive line just derailed everything that he wanted to do? We've seen it ourselves. We've had horrible offensive line play many years, and all we said was, if the quarterback had time to throw, if we had weapons to throw to. Okay. Let's translate that discussion to the Jets now. let's translate that to Geno and his current situation. You got a line. We saw it last year. We saw Justin Fields time and time again with 3.5, sometimes 3.75 seconds to throw the ball. Geno will not hold the ball that long. The ball will be out. We don't have to worry about that. So let's look at the domino effect of that. Offensive line giving the quarterback who will throw the ball more time to throw. Okay? Check. That's a positive sign. Number 2, weapons at the running back position, the tight end and wide receiver, who are all 4.4 or faster. They can get to all levels of the field from every position. You can line guys up inside, outside. Shout out to Cal Clifton. You can go out 4 wide, 5 wide. You can look for the matchups that you want, and you can attack them. One of the things that the Jets did with Rodgers, and I didn't think they did enough, was throw to Brees downfield. We all remember the touchdown in Tennessee where Brees went over. He's like, yo, just throw it out for me. I can beat this guy. I think you're going to see more of that. I think you're going to see with 4 or 5 wide or 5 weapons on the field, who's the weakness? Who's the guy that they can attack? Who's the guy on defense that is just going to be our bitch? Who's the guy that Geno can pick on day after day, play after play? Now, Garrett Wilson. This is a guy that we've had, and there's always been questions. His best year with receptions was when he had Devontae and Rodgers, okay? But it was his worst year with his average. It was his worst year. He was getting screens and bubbles and the ball at the line of scrimmage. And we all said, that's not his game. That's not his style. We want Garrett out in space. We want him breaking a corner's ankles and getting deep downfield and juking a safety and taking it the distance. I think this year is the year that you see Garrett Wilson become the freak we know that he is. And Geno is going to lead that. Geno is going to be the one getting him the ball where we've always wished he could get it. Geno will air it out. Geno will check to the fade. Geno will go and attack. Go look at Brock Bowers' numbers. Brock Bowers got fed the ball at a heavy rate. Go look at guys in Seattle. Geno will feed the ball to one of his stars. He will. Cisco, you're logged into my YouTube comment. You're commenting as me. Nick Shine makes a great point here. With the Jets, the expectation is different. The Jets don't need Geno to be Superman. They need him to protect the football, get the ball to playmakers, keep the offense on schedule, provide veteran leadership that is much closer to the role he excelled in during his best Seattle season. Nick Shine, I think you make a lot of great points there. Keep making great points, Nick Shine, in the chat during the Nick Shine show. I appreciate you. I see you with your hand over mouth. You can smile. It's all right, bro. It's Hey, Cisco and I are attached at the hip now. Cisco is on board, full-time producer. Show Cisco some love. Drop his emoji in the chat. He's fantastic, and I'm looking forward to all the creations that he makes and all of the content that we are going to bring you guys together. Andrew C. starts us off with a super chat. Thank you, Andrew. Nick, what did he sound like? Do an impression. Okay. I'm good with impressions. I can't do that impression. Here's the way I've been describing it today. Whenever there's a movie and there's a president or a leader and someone who has to address a crowd and like bring people together and unite them, you need that strong voice. You need that person who just commands respect with the tone of their voice. That's Ken O'Brien. Just like I'm standing at attention, like talking to him on a regular call, not FaceTime. I'm like, okay. If he would have told my high school basketball coach, Coach Pace, who I love, and to this day, if he told me to run through a wall right now, I would do it for him. Ken O'Brien has that. He's got that. He's just got that leadership quality in his voice. So I'm looking forward to talking to him. I hope you guys enjoy it. It's going to be a lot of fun. The build-up is going to be great. The content that Cisco's putting together is going to be fantastic. So stay tuned. I know you will, but a lot of fun things coming up. All right. Back to Geno. Another number 7 playing quarterback for us. I remember a day in football where Peyton Manning threw 28 interceptions. He set the record, right? For rookie. I think it was 28. And then Baker tied him. 14 interceptions is not awful. Now, if 6 of them are pick sixes and 5 of those lead to losses, yeah, that's impactful. If it's 3rd and 13 and you're taking a shot downfield and you throw a 35-yard pass downfield and it gets tipped up in the air, picked off, and the guy gets tackled, and it's a 35-yard downfield interception, it's like a punt. Again, it's the eye test, right? Don't just tell me he throws 14 interceptions, he's awful. All right, what if one's a Hail Mary at the end of the first half? What if that happens twice? What if one's a tipped pass that gets batted down? You know, if you're not killing drives and you're not killing the game, if you're taking shots downfield when the game might be out of hand, if you're trying to Hail Mary, all of that matters. It's the eye test, right? Just don't give me numbers. I need the context with it. Don't say, oh, Jets were 7-10. Well, how did the 10 look? Were we blown out? Yeah. Kevin, I'm with you. I don't care. If you're taking shots downfield and we're hitting on big plays and you're throwing 25 to 30 touchdowns, I'll deal with 14. If you're 2-1, if you're 28 to 14, I'll deal with 2-1 ratio. I would love a 3-1 ratio. Let's say 33 to 11. I would love that. But I think all of us right now would sign up for 2-1 ratio because you think Geno's going to throw between 10 and 15. If he's throwing 15, that means we got 30 touchdowns. Are any of us going to be upset with the 2-1 ratio with 30 touchdowns and 15 interceptions? I don't think so. Are you going to be upset 28 to 14? Are you going to be upset 26 to 13? I think 26 to 13 could be really awesome season for our Jets. I do. If 2-1 is the ratio, and if it's 2.5 to 1, even better. If you're 25-10, that's great. This offense, and I said it on Twitter, and there was a war. I have my tweet still pinned. If you haven't already on X, The Nick Shine Show, subscribe, sign up, follow me. Trying to get to 1,000. I don't have a big following on X. I'm just below 900, but if you're watching, go follow on X. I'm going to be more active in there throughout the summer and helping promote the show. I would appreciate that. Thank you. Shout out to Peg and Artie, who just followed before the show started. But we're going to do things we haven't seen in quite a while. We might have an explosive offense, guys. Taylor and Sadiq are going to be mismatches. Mitchell, Garrett, Cooper can score from anywhere on the field. Brees, Allen will be able to break holes because the safeties aren't going to be up. Teams are going to have to be playing dime against us. And if you want to play dime against this offensive line, we're going to fucking bully you. We're going to run the ball down your goddamn throat. We're going to play our style of football. Can we pass? Yeah. Can we be finesse? Sure. Can we do power football? Absolutely. Have you seen Joe Tippmann lately? Did you see Joe Tippmann's offseason and the mask that he put on? Go look at a picture of Tippmann from 25 and then look at the picture the Jets posted 2 weeks ago of him trotting out on the field. The man bulked up. Him and Membu next to one another. You are going to see the power football that I dream of. I don't care. I love the ground and pound. I'm a Rex Ryan type of guy. If you run the ball 35 times a game and you beat the snot out of that defense at the line of scrimmage, and then later in the game, you're airing the ball out, and now you're having fun, and you're doing play action, and you got guys wide open because they're so committed to stop the run because you kick the shit out of them time and time again at the line, that's fun football for me. 4 yards of run, 4.5, missed tackle, break one for 25. I love that type of football. Play good defense, stop the run the ball. Be a top 5 run defense, be a top 5 run the ball, and then sprinkle in 25 passing touchdowns with it, with the opportunistic opportunities that Geno will have. I love that. You're going to love that. Not everything's going to be a Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Calvin Johnson in his prime highlight reel. I think we're going to have sustainable drives. We're going to have high percentage passes by Geno. We're going to have short third down conversions, and I think we're going to be able to score points. And we're not going to be settling for field goals. I think Geno's still young enough, and he's still got the arm. Everyone says it, right? Everyone says it. There's not a person who says Geno can't throw the ball. How much would we have loved that last year? How much would we have loved to watch the quarterback throw the ball? Justin held it. Didn't do a damn thing. We're not going to have that problem. There might be other problems, right? Sure. But we're not going to have the same problems as last year. Might be different problems. We're used to that. We're Jets fans. We get it. But I'm telling you right now, Geno Smith is going to have highlight moments. These weapons are going to have highlight moments. Our offensive line, something that we tried for a decade to fix after Brick and rest in peace Nick Mangold, used the Nick Mangold emoji, show him some love in the chat. After those guys left, we've been trying to replace them. We have been trying our best. Now, this might be the best line that we've had since those days. The assets are there. Tittman, Membu, Olu, all early. Parham, upgrade over Simpson. Myers, it's a reliable starter. He's not the long-term answer. You get that long-term answer next year's draft. You finish the line next year and you make it elite. But when you have this line and you have these weapons and you have a quarterback not afraid to throw and you have a smart veteran who's been in multiple offenses, you have the makings for explosive plays. How many times have you seen a quarterback lost? How many times have we seen a quarterback not know what to do? How many times have we seen a quarterback have to check out of things and not check into the right thing? I don't think we're going to have those issues with Geno. He's been around the league. He's been in multiple systems. He's been a backup. He's been a backup to a Super Bowl winning quarterback. He unseated Eli Manning in New York and stopped Eli Manning's start streak, for crying out loud. He's been around the league. He's been with Pete Carroll. He's been with a lot of smart coaches. You're not going to throw a lot of things at him that he hasn't seen, that he's, oh, what is this? He's not some deer in the headlights. He's a smart, savvy veteran who will throw the goddamn ball. Keyshawn Johnson years ago made it famous. Wesley brought it up. I wish I said, just throw me the damn ball. Geno's going to throw the damn ball. Where he throws it, to be determined. It's one of the greatest things to rib Giants fans about. And it will be only better, Kevin, when Geno goes on to win a Super Bowl with the Jets in the next 2 years. Yes, I'm talking that crazy. It's June, for crying out loud. Andrew C. with another super chat says, Nick was pulling his family to huddle up while O'Brien was on the phone. I was at work. I ran out of the building when the call came in. I ran out of the building to make sure I had good reception, Andrew. I got out of there so fast. And when I called, I was like, oh, please answer. So when I called him the first time last Saturday, I was driving to the King of Prussia Mall with Alona. And I was like, you got to record this. And she goes, what? I go, I'm about to call him. Record this. This would be great. And then I had to leave a voicemail. So then no one was there. But I could only wish I could have seen me as I was talking to him. Again, for those of you who don't know yet, I'm a Jet fan because of the Ken O'Brien to Wesley Walker connection. My first game was the 51-45 Dolphins. Wesley's 4 touchdowns. Ken O'Brien out-dueling Dan Marino. That was my first game. And now I'm talking to both of them on the phone 40 years later. I say it because I think it time and time and time again. I wish my dad was here for this. I really, really do. I wish that my father was here. I wish that I could share this with him and hear and see his reactions, because he would think this is the biggest thing in the world. You know, I'm a Jet fan because of my grandfather, my father, and I just wish I could share that with them. You guys know how much I love this team. You guys have heard me try to hype this team up, praise this team in some of the most dire situations. I'm still trying to be positive about the New York freaking Jets. And now I'm talking to the 2 players that made me a fan. That's fucking wild. It's remarkable. I'm blessed. That's all I could say. I'm blessed, and I'm very, very grateful. Please don't think that I am being like rude or boasting or bragging. This is the childhood dream coming true. When you're a 7-year-old kid, and how give me your ages in the chat. What was your first Jet team? Was it Chad Pennington and Corbett? Was it Sanchez and Braylon Edwards? Like, how does that, imagine any of us, right? We're fans. Like, I'm no different than you guys. I'm a fan. Imagine the quarterback receiver connection that you became a fan watching and then talking to them. I'm not going to sell that short. I'm not going to minimize it, because it's freaking incredible. Kevin Zwicker, 2008. All right, Favre and Kotchery. That'd be ridiculous. Amen. I like that. I like that you paid that forward, Kev. Well done. I hope so. I hope I made him proud in many ways. Paul, what's up, buddy? There's a video out there of Ken and Al being interviewed. Ken could have been the Marlboro Man. Yeah, Ken is just, I mean, to me, Ken O'Brien's a larger-than-life character. He was the quarterback of the Jets when I became a fan. How can you not turn back to that kid, that inner child, and just be like, holy shit? I would have never thought that I would be friendly with and have on a show to interview. You know, those, when you're a kid and you look at athletes, they're superheroes. They're larger than life. They are everything you want to be. I used to play football outside in front of my house, and if none of the other kids were available to play, I would throw the ball, the Mr. Perfect, throw the ball to myself and run and catch it. And Ken O'Brien, Wesley Walker, Jets touchdown. Ken O'Brien to Al Toon. I would fake a toss to myself. O'Brien tosses it to Freeman McNeil, do football moves, stiff arm the tree. I envisioned being these guys. This is wild. What's up, everyone? Appreciate you guys tuning in. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you're watching this channel and you're not subscribed yet, please do so. We are one member away, one subscriber away from 2,300. So please hit that button. Let me know when you do it. If you're brand new here, let me know when you do it, and I will put you on the wheel for Sunday night. Everyone knows the Mr. Perfect. The Mr. Perfect vignettes on Sunday morning or Saturday morning superstars, whether it was him shooting the basketball over his shoulder, backwards, whatever he did, you went and tried. Because he was perfect. Next up, we are looking for you, like Cisco said. Tell me when you subscribe to the channel, 2,300. Tell me. I don't care if it's one of you guys and you have another account. You're like, you know what? I've had that account. Let me go help Nick out. Let me know when you do it. I'll confirm that it's done, and I'll add you on the wheel for Sunday night. As of right now, Sunday night, we have 2 prizes. We have the Don Maynard mini helmet, and we have a jersey of your choice. Andrew C. with another super chat. Nick, me and Kenny O, yeah, we good. We go way back, me and him. All right. Or you can read this because you don't have a comment in here. Me and Kenny, oh, yeah, we go way back, me and him. There's different ways to read that without the commas. Right. Shout out to you, Andrew. Thank you. Yes. And listen to Chris. Like, support, subscribe. Now, here's another thing. Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate you. All of our shows going forward, call-in links are going to be posted in the Discord. Why? A couple reasons. Number one, want to get people to sign up on their own to become members of the channel. So it's to incentivize that. Number two, these are people who I talk to every day. These are people that I trust. These are people that I want to have part of the program. If you're in the Discord, it shows your commitment to the channel, and I want to reward you. Also, for those of you interested, I am opening up Bleacher Report right now. Yankees down to the Blue Jays 7-5. United States up 2-0 on Paraguay already. So let's go USA. I know there's a lot of division in our country right now, but hopefully sports is always the great unifier. Hopefully we can get behind our country and people can just be united for even just a moment in time. I miss that shit. There's too much division. So let's hope that our boys can go on a run here. But folks, again, you're watching the Nick Shine Show, produced by Cisco Lopez. Shout out Cisco. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to drop a video for you. For those of you that missed last night, here's the Connie Carberg video. We'll be right back.
Young Connie loves football, studying players, reading scouting reports, dreaming about being part of the game. Everyone says that isn't for you. The key she crowd disappears, only Connie remains. Then some people leave records, some people leave trophies. Connie Carver left a pet.
Shout out again to Cisco. Great work putting that together. Andrew C. with a super chat says, I'd like to call in, but would, you know? Oh, what does that mean? What would Wesley Walker do? Oh, nice. A little reference to what would Tyler Durden do? Appreciate that. Wesley would call in. Andrew C., you should call in. I know you were putting your bullet points together, and I know now everyone watching the program right now is sitting on pins and needles asking, what are his bullet points? Speaking of someone who always brings great points to the show and is very jet-centric calls, the one and the only, Mr. Charles Gorman.
First off, I want to congratulate you on getting Ken O'Brien on your show on June 28th.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations. I told my dad about it. He's very happy. He's very pleased. He's very impressed. And I couldn't be happy for you, buddy.
This Ken O'Brien?
Yeah, that Ken O'Brien. That handsome devil.
Thank you, Charles. Appreciate your kind words of support. Tell Mr. and Mrs. Gorman I said hello.
I will, and I'm sure they will never turn those words away.
Touche.
As for the whole, what if Geno Smith has any tricks up his sleeve? Look, I don't think he's done yet. I know he had a terrible season last year, but, you know, we have to see for ourselves. You know, we all thought Rodgers was done, and then he was able to pull some before, even though he got his butt kicked by the Texans in the playoffs, he showed some magic here and there. So we got to see, you know?
Correct. Let me stop you right there. When was the last time we had a quarterback throw for 3,000 yards?
That was prior to Aaron Rodgers in 2024. I'd say Ryan Fitzpatrick in 2015.
So we've only had it twice in the last 12 years. Right?
Decade, yeah.
He threw for 3,000 yards. He had a completion percentage of 67.4. Even being awful, we would sign up for awful immediately. If you told Jets fans right now, you'd get he threw for 19, so we'll round it up. If you got 20 touchdowns, over 3,000 yards, and 67% completion percentage, Jets fans would like, oh my God, that's one of the greatest seasons I've ever seen. And that's what we're calling awful because we're comparing it to the rest of the league. I know 100%. We have a very low bar. Hold on. I know we have a very low bar here, but I think with the line and with the weapons and with this scheme, you're going to see an improvement. So Geno's best year the last couple of years was in 22, 69.8% completion, 4,282 yards, 30 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, 100.9 quarterback rating. I don't know if we get that, but I think we get somewhere between the two. So I will say 68% completion. That's going to be massive numbers with these receivers and these weapons. All right, 3,600 yards, 24 touchdowns. That would be in the middle between his best and worst the last 4 years. I think we would all take that right now. 24 touchdowns, 3,600 yards, 68% completion. Probably miss a game or two with those numbers, but that's fantastic.
Absolutely. I'm not denying that whatsoever. It's just that the quarterback play we had last year was, I'll put it nicely, abysmal.
Abysmal would be an upgrade. I would take abysmal. It was some of the worst. It was depressing to watch.
It was depressing. It was nightmarish. Oh my God. It
only got worse. And that was amazing. For as bad as it was with Fields, it got worse as the season went on. So
it got worse with Brady Cook, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, that's some of the worst quarterback play we've ever seen. But somehow Brady Cook is on the VIP list at the Game 4 of the NBA Finals the other night.
Oh my God, I've heard about that. I'm like, what the hell? What's going on with this pitcher? But I definitely do think Geno still has some juice left in the tank, if that's the proper term to use.
Gas left in
But
the
as
tank.
I said the last time I was here,
I know
this
you
is
don't drive,
time-
but it's gas in the tank.
my bad. But as
That's
I
all right.
said the last time I was here, the last time Geno Smith was in the position to be the starting quarterback for the New York Jets entering a season was 2015. And he chose to act like a fool and got his jaw broken in the process, and he lost his job to Fitzpatrick. So it was never his talent that I don't think us Jet fans questioned. We know he could run. He's got some excellent mobility. We know he can throw the ball accurately, precisely, and deep. He's an excellent deep ball passer. Not as good as an excellent deep ball passer that Russell Wilson was in his prime, but you know what I'm saying.
Well,
Problem
Russell
was-
Wilson threw moon balls. You know, Russell Wilson broke down the pocket, and Russell Wilson was great off script.
True. That's very true. But this is his chance because, you know, a lot of his Jet fans were very disappointed with his immaturity. And hopefully, you know, he takes into consideration that, you know, Jet fans, you know, we have a pretty interesting memory. We don't forget the good, we don't forget the bad. But we can also forgive if you take the opportunity to redeem yourself.
Amen. Listen, life's all about the bounce back, right?
Yes.
Adversity hits, struggles hit. How do you bounce back from that? How you rebound tells more about your character than anything else. So he's got a great
100%.
opportunity to come back. Not that Geno would, but this is a real to the NFL, to everybody. This is an I told you so moment. We talk about Sam Darnold, right? What if he stayed? Now he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. The title of the show. What if Geno's got some magic left up his sleeve? What if that magic is a Darnold type of run? What if he goes on to be an elite passer here? What if that magic is 35 touchdowns, 10 interceptions? What if? This could be really, really fun.
My thoughts exactly. But we can all dream. I say at this point, while we can dream, we gotta hope.
Is that your
Because
way of
we
saying
get-
hello to the dream?
Maybe.
You mentioned his name twice. Shout out to the dream.
Yeah, I was talking to him a lot on Discord. He's a good guy. He's a very good guy.
He is.
But as I was saying is that because we Jet fans, we can have so much optimism. We're a type of fan base where we have this type of team that we love, that what can go wrong will go wrong. And, you know, I remember the Rodgers years, how hyped we were, and it ended up blowing up in our faces. You know what I'm saying? Like that the Rodgers years were abysmal because of how disastrous they were. So we just got to hope, you know? We got to hope we have a good year. We got to hope that we have a successful season. I'm tired of the garbage. I'm tired of the incompetence and so on and so forth. So that's all I got to have for now. Keep doing your thing, Nick, and I'll definitely stay tuned on June 28th for your interview with your boy, Ken O'Brien.
Charles, before you leave, my other boy, the big fella, has a question. Member of the channel for 20 months. Thank you, sir. Pleasure talking to you earlier. Says, Charles, if you were a character from the Masters of the Universe, which would you be?
Easy, He-Man.
You would not be He-Man. You
Why
know who
can't I
you would
be-
be. You know who you would be. Not who do you want to be? Who would you be?
Oh, who would I be? Oh, I misinterpreted that. I would say probably Orca, the wizard, the little imp or something. Damn, it's been so long.
It's better. I obviously am He-Man in this scenario.
Yeah, because you're big as hell.
Thank you.
Have a
Hashtag
good day.
Diana Rossini quotes. I can't resist, Cisco. Don't yell at me. Got it, baby. Got it. Let's go.
Wait, Diana Rossini brought that on herself.
She brought a lot of things. All right, Charles, stop. You're bringing me down that level. Thank you. I love you, buddy. Good call.
Take care, man.
Get excited for the Jet season, Chuck. We're going to win some games. And also, we need you leading the tankathon in Indy. All right, buddy?
I'll try my best. I know
Charles,
you want me
I'll tell
to.
you something right now. If the Colts end up with the number 1 pick, okay, means they had an awful season.
Mm-hmm.
They probably had 13, 14, 15, 16 losses. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go on. We're going to do this together as a community. I'm going to speak for all of us.
Oh, God.
If the Indianapolis Colts end up with the number 1 pick, Charles, I will raise and get together and fund the majority of it. We will give you $100 for every loss the Colts had, as long as you lead the charge and you root against the Colts. They got 14 losses. They go 3-14. They get the number 1 pick. You get $1,400.
Yeah, 100 times 14. No, yeah, 100 times
I did the
14.
math already. It works, Charles. I did the math. I covered that part. So here's what I need from you. You will have your Peyton Manning blue jersey. I need you hate watching the Colts this year.
I've never really hate watched anything in my life, but this will be my
think
first
this would be your niche in life. I think this is your calling. Everyone has a calling. And I think you leading the charge against the Colts week after week is exactly what we need. Folks, this is a telethon right now. I know the big fella's in. I know Cisco's in. Everyone. If the Colts end up with the number 1 pick, the amount of losses that they had, we will give that in hundreds to Charles Gorman. I'm in. I'm in for 300. If the Colts lose 15 games, Charles, I will gladly pay you 300 goddamn dollars, because I probably won a ton by betting against them on FanDuel every week.
Probably, yeah.
All right, buddy. Thank you
Take
so
care.
much.
You're welcome, man. Anytime.
Oh, this is a good point. You know what, big fella? We can teach. Here's the thing, though. He's a fan of the movies he's going to see. We need him to not be a fan of the Colts. Or maybe we just have him root for them, and that's the jinx that we need, ladies and gentlemen. Charles Gorman. He's one of one. I love with all my heart when Charles calls in and talks football. I do. Hell yeah, Clancy. Let's go. Last I checked was 2. The USA Soccer is going to score more than the Yankees tonight. Yankees had 5. Good for USA. Get a win. Start off good. Where is that game? I know they're not playing at MetLife. Are they in California? I saw a map the other day, and it was where every country was training. There's teams training in Piscataway, Morristown, Dentonville, I think. And there was one more, I forget, that wasn't too far away. SoFi, that's a great location to play. How's the crowd? Is it majority USA? I know the World Cup, these fan bases represent very well. It's a very fun environment. To have the Olympics and the World Cup in the same year and have the USA win the hockey and now soccer's here, that's fun. Folks, we got a lot going on this summer. I know you've seen this on other shows. Well, the Nick Shine Show is part of this as well. This summer, July 11th, it's creeping up. Start doing your sit-ups. Start doing your push-ups. The Gangrene Beach Club, gangrenebeachclub.com, with all of your favorites. We got Jake Asman, Rich Samini, Brandon Tierney, Fireman Ed, Connor Hughes, Antoine Staley, Matt O'Leary, Green Bean, Ryan Delaney, Brian Costello, Ryan Sampson, Richie Malera from Jets Media, Robbie Sabo, Dom C, Joe Blewett, Nick Faria, Boy Green, Bree from Hot Girls Talk Sports, Nick Shine, oh yeah, and Tyson Rauch. Folks, it's going to be fun. We're going to be outside. We're going to go inside after. I don't know if I'm going to make the full 6 hours. I don't know if I can be in Atlantic City and not be at a blackjack table for 6 hours. So I got to find out if there's re-entry, if you can get readmitted. See what Luby can do, because I might need like a 2:30, 3 o'clock couple hands of blackjack, and then get back out to the party. Again, here's the link, ganggreenbeachclub.com. Also, if you're going and you haven't purchased a ticket yet, let me know. I have 4 to give away, and we'll do that right here. I haven't had anyone let me know yet, so I might not even have to give them away. If you plan on going, dude, Atlantic City doesn't allow that. I had that in Puerto Rico. It's the only place I would have been. I had so much fun in Puerto Rico on the honeymoon. Barely spent any time with the wife. It was great. She wanted to sit by the pool and then relax. And I'm like, all right. I tore my meniscus at my wedding. I don't know if you guys ever heard this story. So I picked up my best man to the Footloose song, and I'm 50 style swinging him, and I went to put him down, and he thought I was going to swing him one more time, and my knee just buckled, and it blew up, and I couldn't bend my knee. I couldn't walk, and I'm going around Puerto Rico like on my own. Yes, I was up to some devilish nonsense at the time. I was going to places that nobody should go by themselves. Like I went to the worst part of Puerto Rico and told stories to the guys that I worked with. And they're like, I grew up in Puerto Rico and we all know not to go there. You went there? Yes. 6'3" white drunk me wobbling down the cobblestone to the worst part where there's people with like guns sitting up in the windows looking down. Yeah. Not great. Not great. But yeah, it was a fun time. I met, it's funny. You go to Puerto Rico and everyone at the hotel is from like Jersey. Everyone was Jersey and New York, and hung out with a couple that was from Carteret. And me and the dude would go inside and play blackjack together. And I'll never forget, I'm playing roulette, and there is your stereotypical short, old mustache, like Puerto Rican, and he shoots the ball for roulette. And it snaps out off my forehead and rolls all the way over to the slots. And he looks at me and he goes, "Foul ball." I'm like, what the fuck? It was a good time. I made all the money back. Oh, well, you know what, big fella? Way to top my story, bro. I'm talking about purchasing illegal things down in the worst part. And you're like, hey, I met Akeem Olajuwon. Awesome. I'll tell you, I know exactly when I was there because I believe it was 2007. I know the year. But the thing I remember is Joey Chestnut beating Kobayashi and me screaming off the 14th balcony down to the pool that the titles in the USA and that Joey Chestnut won. I made sure I was there to watch that on the 4th of July. But back on track. And Akeem Olajuwon's awesome. Greatest footwork I've ever seen on a big man. Chris B, what's up, brother? I really think a lot of success individually for Geno as a whole, our New York Jets on offense, is dictated by Geno being efficient enough under pressure. Yeah, this. If you're running 3 wide receiver sets and you're running double tight and you get the play action going, and now your linebackers are in flux, and you get that pressure, and your safety valve is Taylor, Sadiq, and Breece Hall, I like your chances. Get those guys the goddamn ball. They want to blitz, throw it to where they're blitzing from. You can do quick passes to Sadiq and Taylor, who can turn it up upfield real quick and get yardage. Burn them. Burn them. Time and time again. Make them pay. And we're going to have the weapons also, Chris, where if you want to blitz us, we're going to burn you. And then we're going to burn you enough where you're not going to blitz us. And then we're still going to burn you. Andrew C. with a super chat. Would Wesley Walker be okay with this story? I will say that it was 19 years ago. And the moral of that story is that it's always a great day to improve yourself and be better. and to go away from the awfulness that you may have lived. So let me add that at the end of the story. I'm glad that I'm not that person anymore. I'm glad that I survived the hell that I lived, and I would never want to go back to that. But folks, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We did hit 2,300, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. 2,300 subscribers. March for 2,400 begins. And you guys know me. I like to set goals. I like to accomplish those goals. I like to check those boxes off. We want to get to 2,500 by the start of the season. We got a lot of good things coming on. We got Ken O'Brien coming up June 28th. And I will tell you right now, a very good friend of the show reached out to another legendary New York Jet today on my behalf. She dropped the nugget. I'm waiting to hear back. But we could have the Summer of Shine could get bigger. The Summer of Shine could get better. The Summer of Shine could be epic. There's two people, former Jets legends, who have said they will do the show during the summer at some point. Their schedules were busy. We got Ken O'Brien, we had Wesley, we got Connie, and now we got another big name that could be thrown into the mix. Folks, I'm blessed. I'm very grateful for all the awesome people in my life. Again, yes, the Summer of Legends. Yeah, forget me. It's the Summer of Legends. Exactly. Well done, Black Gypsy. I will not argue with your first ridiculous take when you call in just because you made that tremendous point right there. It's the Summer of Jets Legends. Also, that just gave me an idea, Cisco. Remind me about that later. I have an idea. Oh, Andrew. Okay. Just checking. All right. Folks, I know you guys like to ask. We had a very good show the other day. Thank you to everyone who contributed last night with the Mark Gastineau raffle. Oh, hey now. Okay. Now, tomorrow night. No, not tomorrow. Today's Friday. God, the days run together. Days run together. I've worked every day since Memorial Day, so forgive me if I don't know what day it is. I'm off tomorrow. Looking forward to it, but I'm not because I got to move tomorrow. I'm packing everything up. I already got a lot of the clothes and the other small stuff over there. Tomorrow's moving day. I'm going to leave the studio here for Sunday night, and then I'll move it over throughout the week, probably looking at a show midweek once I get everything set up, and we'll do the show Sunday night from here. Sunday night, 7 p.m., I will be joined by one of your favorites. We got Dylan Terryman coming on. Nick Shine and DT back together yet again. We'll be on 7 p.m. Sunday night. We'll have some fun. We'll give away some prizes. What do you do when you hear that, Ken O'Brien? Heck yeah, you do the fist pump. Ken O'Brien approves. Oh, man, something just blew into my eye. So that's what we got going on here on the program. I'm very, very excited. Andrew C., he graduates high school Tuesday, June 23rd, my mother's birthday, my mother's 74th birthday. And funny story. All right, let me answer this first, then I'll tell you the funny story. And then he starts at Lincoln Tech the following Tuesday, June 30th. So June 30th, he starts. So last night, talking to Connie, and Connie was on the show for 2 hours. Today, I talking to my mother, and I told my mother, you know, my mother's a Dolphin fan and has made my nephew a Dolphin fan. Some of you know my annoying little nephew who will pop in the chat and spam it. And I think the big fella and Boomtown and myself have had to like time him out because he gets a little ridiculous with spamming. And in the 80s, it was the Jets and Dolphins. Like Connie said last night, it was Jets-Dolphins rivalry. You know, I wasn't old enough to know the Raiders-Jets rivalry, but in my house, there was a Dolphin-Jet rivalry. And the trash talk was epic. And then my mom and dad would trash talk. And then I would trash talk. And then I would take it too far and I would get my butt beat. But at early age, I found out that you have to trash talk Dolphins fans. And I loved it. And I call my mom up and I go, Mom, you're not going to believe who I just talked to a few minutes ago. And she goes, who? And I go to her, Ken O'Brien. And she's like, really? She goes, the Jet quarterback? I go, yes. I go, he's going to be a guest on the show. She goes, Nikki, are you kidding me? I go, Mom, I'm like, this is too big to pull a prank on you. If I pull a prank on you, I tell you that something ridiculous. Like, I wouldn't prank you with something like good. I'd prank you with something bad. And she goes, you're an asshole. I go, I know, but back to the point. And so I'm telling her, and she's like, I'm happy for you, but he was good. I didn't like him. He beat us a bunch. So I love that 40 years later, my mom's like, oh, Ken O'Brien was a thorn in my side because she was a Dolphin fan. And, you know, of course, I told her how much I wish my dad was here for that. But I then said to her, I go, Mom, last night, she goes, I saw a little bit of it. She goes, I saw some of the videos that you had, the shorts. She goes, I see those. And I go, all right. I go, well, you know, Connie was the first female scout. I'm explaining a little bit. She's like, yeah, I picked up on that from your Facebook post. She goes, really, Cisco? My mom says really good job with all the stuff. She watched the videos and the photos. And I go, Mom, it's weird. I go, Connie and my mom are like a year apart. Like they're like a year or two apart. I think Connie was born in 53 and my mom was born in 52. And I said to my mom, I go, it's weird. I go, I never thought I'd be able to have a 2-hour conversation with a woman in her 70s because I can't talk to you for more than 5 minutes. I got hung up on. So shout out to Mama Shine. Adirondack Fly Guy, who just won a Wayne Corbett jersey on this channel not too long ago, just gifted. And it went to Ian Donovan. Thank you, AFG. Appreciate you, my brother. That's very good, Paul. Oh, Zwicker, Jericho Cotchery. So I have a tie to Jericho Cotchery. When Jericho Cotchery was with the Jets, he had a house in Watchung, New Jersey. I did the disconnect at his house when he was no longer a Jet. I get the paperwork, beautiful house. I get to the address. I look on the side. There's probably about a 40-yard field that's like turfed out and like leveled out on the side of the house. I look at the paperwork, disconnect, Jericho Cotchery. Son of a bitch. I go up and knock on the door and no one was there. I also was in LaDainian Tomlinson's house that he rented in Basking Ridge on Meeker Road. You go look at the houses on Meeker Road in Basking Ridge on Google Maps and you'll see. LT rented the house when he was a Jet. And they were away at a playoff game, and I was in the house with his wife. Not like that. I'm just saying I had a service call at the house. Not like that. I know how all of you think. I know how that sounded too. But, yeah, those are my two cable stories related to Jets. Andrew with another super chat says, Nick, I don't know your pops, but I know your father would be proud. Thank you, buddy. You know, that's – listen, I was a motherfucker. I didn't take no for an answer. Things were my way or no way. I was awful. I was absolutely awful at times. And I apologize every day when I talk to my mom about who I was and the stress that I put on her. And she'll always say that, you know, she's like, it's worth it if this is how you turned out. Listen, sometimes you got to go through who you don't want to be to become who you want to be. And that's the way I look at it. And, you know, I'm someone who believes in the afterlife, and I'm someone who believes in your loved ones can still look down and see down upon you. And thank you, Andrew. That means a lot to me. You know, that for people who knew me back then, that's the, you know, great friend of the show, Knobcraft, very close personal friend. He was there watching. Phil Hannon, who's in our Discord, put a really nice comment today about how he was there in the beginning and how he's watched me change and the channel and me grow. Very kind. That's my goal. It's just to have something simple like that. Like someone just say, I'm proud of you. Because there was many years that didn't happen. But thank you, Cisco. Again, Nick Shine Discord members, I'm calling you out. The call-in link is in the lobby. It is there. Until then, folks, here's what we got. It's time. Submit your questions. Jets questions. What's on your mind? What are your concerns? Over-unders, either-ors. It's your call. Again, super chats, gifted memberships. We got a Don Maynard mini helmet and a jersey of your choice going off this Sunday night during the program with Dylan Terraman. We will have that show up. We will be working on the thumbnail for Ken O'Brien. We will have that show out so you can promote that with me. Please, I ask you, help share this. If you see it on Instagram, the Nick Shine Show, like it, share it, add it to your story. On X, the Nick Shine Show, same thing. Like it, retweet it. Facebook, Nick Shine Jr. I'm going to make a lot of the posts that are Jet-centric. I'm basically turning my Facebook into the Nick Shine Show page on Facebook. It's going to be my kids and it's going to be the Jets. Like, I'm not going to really talk about anything else because those are two things that mean the most to me. Kids, Jets. Okay, I said it in the right order. But, I mean, with Legends coming on, the kids are teetering right now. They're teetering. Andrew C., you are the man with another super chat. Back in my early welder career, me and my boss put a spiraling staircase in Aaron Lewis's house in Hartford, Connecticut, lead singer of Stained. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Stained and of Aaron Lewis. Big fan. That's pretty cool. Was he there? Let's see. What do we got? We got anything going on? Yankees can't score. Still down 7-5. USA still up 3-0. 3-0. Forgive me. 3-0. I apologize. Not the biggest soccer guy. First time giving soccer score reports on the show. So bear with me. But Dream, you're the man. That's not true. That's not true. Nicky has had. He was a quarterback for Pop Warner, team that finished 5th in the nation in 2019. He's had multiple touchdown games. Nicky was great with the quarterback keeper. We had an outstanding running back, and he was our Jim Brown. And he was our Jim Brown because he would limp back to the huddle. He was my middle linebacker and our running back, and he never came off the field. Never came off the field. And then we would set it up, and we'd get down close, and everyone thought we were going to him. We're going to him, and then Nicky would just shoot right in. He had multiple touchdown games. I have his shirt with him. I'll show you guys the shirt. I just moved everything over to the other house with clothing. I left a couple things here to get me through the week, but I have a shirt that's Nicky stiff-arming a kid into oblivion. It's a great photo my friend Al took. He was our photographer when Nicky played football. And Nicky like snaps this kid's head with a stiff arm. It's fantastic. Let's see. We caught up on everything there. All right. Questions. What the hell? Why did my Siri just open up? Again, submit your questions. Jets questions. Either ors, over unders. Your call, folks. It's your time to shine, pun intended. For those of you watching on X, come on over to YouTube. Search the Nick Shine Show. Join up over here. We got a lot of fun stuff going on, and I am very excited to keep bringing you outstanding guests and outstanding programming. We've had Wesley Walker on the show. We've had Connie Carberg on the show. Next up, we will have Dylan Terraman on the show. Then after that, we will have Ken O'Brien on the show. What a remarkable sentence to say out loud. Ken O'Brien will be on the show. Wesley Walker, Connie Carberg have been on the show. Love it. God is good. Andrew C. He said we could grab some beers out of his fridge. He left, and we grabbed all of them. Nice. You ransacked Aaron Lewis. That's a good story. That's a very good story. Yes, we've had Kevin Zwicker on the show. Will we have another appearance from Kevin, though? That is the question. Kevin Zwicker, the Kevin Zwicker, whose New York Knicks team could be 23 hours away from a championship? Yeah, will Kevin be back? I don't know, Cisco. Rumor has it. Scuttlebutt says. Maybe. Stay tuned. Dream, you're the man. Thank you for all the contributions. Folks, we have one gifted membership tonight. And with that one gifted membership, it is my honor to inform you. And I'm going big screen for this. Hold on. Oh, no, not big enough. That is what Diana said. Ladies and gentlemen, with the one gifted membership we received tonight, we are now 69 memberships away from adding another emoji. 69 is a very... Cisco, I saw you in the back cooking. That's why I tried to get that sentence out as quick as I could. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, I knew I had a little bit of time. But ladies and gentlemen, Cisco Lopez, gifting 5. Where are you? Why did that chat reset? He gifted 5. It went to Sonny Crockett, Jet Jarrow, Dominic D'Angelo, Roy Romano, and Michael Narrow. Appreciate you, Cisco. Also, Black Gypsy, is he telling me to end the show? He usually just gifts at the end. Is this his way of saying cut it? I don't know. But thank you, Black Gypsy. Your membership went to Mr. Leaney. One of the coolest nicknames I think I've come up with, Mr. Leaney. There was Craig and Mrs. Craig from Australia, and then Leaney was in the Discord one day. I'm like, oh, how's Mr. Leaney? She's like, what? I'm like, how's Mr. Leaney? We got Mrs. Craig, and now we got Mr. Leaney. I love that became a thing. But thank you, Black Gypsy. Thank you, Cisco. Appreciate you guys. This for Cisco.
Here we go, baby. J-E-T-S, Jets, let's go, baby.
Oh, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Paul, we got to get you in the Discord. We get you in the Discord. You can call in. You could be the first O'Brien on the show. You would hold a very distinct title. That would be good Nick Shine trivia down the road. Who is the first O'Brien to call into the show? The answer would be Paul. Jets take flight.
Yo. Engines roar when the Jets take flight. Green lights glow in the Jersey night. Skyline lit when the squad ignite. Gangrene rolling, yeah, the Jets take flight. Yo, every show we bring the Jets all through the speeches clear. Real fan talk, we survive rebuilding years. Seen quarterbacks come, we seen them disappear. Still solid with my team, no bandwagons here. Dream stitched to my fibers, won't switch to the Niners. Quick like Vic, I see victims in my visor. Jets loss is heavy, but the pride is never left. Stood 10 toes down when the season felt like death. New season feels like fresh air. New OC and QB, man, I always love the fresh pair. Like the man Jordans that I'm rocking with my Jets gear. Hoodie but no cap out, never play it off, but we gotta get the Jets there. Let's share ideas for this team for this next year. It's fair to think we'll do better in those big chairs. Shit, yeah, hire Dream Bean to run this shit here. Take this playoff streak and make it disappear. Engines roar when the Jets take flight. Green lights glow in the Jersey night. Skyline lit when the squad ignite. Gangrene rolling, yeah, the Jets take flight. Jets take flight.
Love that stuff. Shout out to Blitz BK. All right, here we are. We're back. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys are a very opinionated group of people. You are very knowledgeable Jets fans. You are first-class human beings. And now I present the challenge to you. Submit questions. Submit trivia. That would be fun. Submit trivia questions. Could be Jet-related or NFL-related. That could be a fun little thing. How about that? Try to stump me. All right, we'll do that. Try to stump me with a Jet trivia question, and you win a spot on the wheel. How about that? Jets trivia from 1985 on. I like that. I know, Kevin. I know. Trust me, it's I'm an iPhone user as well. I don't know what happened with the last update. It's just a bug that needs to get fixed. I'm sure they're hearing about it. You know, there's millions of people with iPhones who are members of YouTube channels, you know, not just Jets, every YouTube channel. And if it's a bug that affects all of that, it's affecting a lot of people. I'm sure they'll get it rectified. Just better fucking do it fast. What college did Kerry Rhodes go to? Kerry Rhodes went to Louisville. Right? I know it was a red team. Was it Louisville? Thank you, Clancy. Who is Herman Edwards' rim clock guru? That's Dick Curl. Andrew C. Dick Curl. Black Gypsy with a one. Who was the last QB to throw 10 passes in a row without an incompletion? Zach Wilson. Didn't Zach have that run when we were 5-2 in 21? I thought Zach had a run where he had that. Black Gypsy, survey says. Oh, what a jerk. All right, I am changing the banner on the bottom. I am not searching any questions. I can't even see them right now. Oh, man. Everything was fucking caps. Oh, fuck it. Stop Nick in Jet Trivia. Save. Add. All right. Back to the questions. Who had 200 plus yards from scrimmage, 2018 home versus Denver, Sam's rookie year? Now, I'm going to give you the story behind this. I know this answer because we were there as a football program, and Nicky threw a touchdown pass on the field after that game. I never even went into the game. I was with all the coaches because our team was all scattered throughout different sections, and the coaches and I were just standing together in the tunnel, drinking beers and hanging out. Chris Ivory. Yeah, I got video, Nicky throwing a touchdown pass on the field after. He went off that day. Paul O'Brien. Oh, was it Crowell? Ivory was in 15. Oh, maybe it's Crowell. I was drinking a lot that day. Shouldn't have been coaching kids, but we had a school bus driving us up, so that was cool. All right, my bad. Clancy, you get a spot. All right. What desert rock group came from the same college as Kenny O? Oh, that's not Jet trivia. That's rock trivia. I don't know. That's rock trivia. I don't know. What's up, Pork? Pork, we got to get you in my Discord, Pork. You're a great caller. All of the calls going forward are going to be out of the Discord. So we got to get you in the Nick Shine Show Discord. Knobcraft, who leads the Jets in defensive interceptions in a season or career? Because I did say it's got to be trivia from 1985 and sooner. I know he played early on. I know he played before 85. No, it's not Aaron Glenn. It's going to be somebody from like the 60s or 70s when interceptions were like 30 a year. No, McMillan had 8 as a rookie. All right, Nob doesn't care about the rules. All right. That's why you're my homeboy. It is a great question. I don't think McMillan has enough. I think Aaron Glenn has more interceptions than Eric McMillan. I don't know. I'm trying to think of one of those guys back in the day. I don't know. Give me the answer, Nob. I give up. It's got to be someone who played for a long time, but it's going to be someone from the 60s or 70s. It's going to be somebody that I don't know. What Jet did Nobody Beats the Wiz commercials? Joe Namath. Bill Byard. That's it. Adam Y2K would know that. He's had him on. What's the number, Nob? What's the record for career interceptions? Clancy. Now, I have a story for this game. I will give you the answer right away. It's Michael Carter. But I never watched this game. This was Nick's last day of Pop Warner, and we lost in the conference championship in overtime to Staten Island when he was in 8th grade. but the answer is Michael Carter. I think Michael Carter had like 11 catches. Right? Didn't he have like 9 or 11 catches? Everything was like a dump off to Carter. I know of that game in lore. I don't know of that game. Yeti, what's up? I guess Ray Mickens to all Adams trivia. I guess John Hall. Oh, that mouse just went nuts. Bill M. Who led the Jets in sacks in 98? I think Mo Lewis would be too obvious. '98. It's going to be somebody weird, like an Anthony Pleasant. And that was a Belichick defense, so it's going to be somebody. No, Yeti. Pace wasn't around till like 2010, the Rex years. This is Parcells years. Oh, man. I don't think it's Mo Lewis. I'm leaning towards Clancy's Brian Cox because I think Brian Cox blitzed a shit ton that year. I'm going to go with Clancy's Cox as my answer. Who leads the Jets in arrests for jerking off in a Target parking lot? Kellen Winslow Jr. Cisco Lopez, first Jets QB to lead the NFL in passer rating, Ken O'Brien. Was it Mo Lewis? I talked myself out of the fucking answer. Damn it. I thought it was too obvious with Mo Lewis. Bill, you get another raffle entry, Bill. Congratulations on winning yesterday. The Mark Gastineau autographed jersey. I will send that out to you. It should be here by Monday. I got it off of eBay. It's en route. It should be here Monday, so I'll get that out early next week. I got to get Cisco's helmet out to him. It's in the car. I didn't have his address when I was at the post office, and by the time he got back to me, I'd already left. And I got your jersey. I have the Ken O'Brien here for Chef Kevin, but he wants to meet in person to do it. Okay. Maybe I'll talk to Kev. Maybe I'll go up to the restaurant one day instead of waiting for the I'll see him July 11th, but maybe I'll go up to the restaurant before that. All right. So far we got Bill, Clancy, and then there was one other. And we'll put Knob on there. Knob, Clancy, and Bill so far. All right. Cisco. Jets record for consecutive completions in a game. You want the quarterback or you want the number? The number of completions or the player to do it? Both. Oh, you're a dick. That's a double tier question. There's no. You know what? I'm going to go with Ryan Fitzpatrick and 14 because that was his number. It's probably wrong, but $17. Oh, yeah. Ken O'Brien with 17. Nice. All right. Most accurate Jets quarterback? Tom Tupa. I believe he's the highest rated quarterback. I just had this conversation today talking about Tupa with wearing number 7. I was talking to Dylan, and we talked about his number 7 jersey with Klubnik, and then Ken O'Brien wore 7, and I said the highest rated passer we've ever had to wear number 7 is Tom Tupa. Who did the Jets beat in the 03 playoffs week before the Steelers game? This is a game that I reference all the time when it talks about Chad Pennington's arm strength, because he threw the ball 64 yards in the air to Santana Moss in San Diego against the Chargers. They won that game. Paul O'Brien, you are correct. Good question. Good answer. Yeah, Pennington's definitely. Pennington was ahead of the game because quarterbacks were completing mid to high 50s back then, because that's when you could still beat the crap out of the receivers before the tie law rule came into effect. I think, hold on. All right. No one ask any more questions. I'm actually going to search this question. I'm asking myself a question, but give me 1 second. I think it's a running back. The highest rated Jets passer of all time. I think it's a running back. It's going to be something like Leon Johnson, right? If you take the minimum out of it, let's go to rating. Jamison Crowder, Curtis Martin, and Blair Thomas all have perfect passer ratings, folks. Tom Tupa is next on the list at 142.4. Freeman McNeil is fifth at 127.1. Brees Hall is sixth at 122.9. Brad Smith is seventh with 119. Ryan Quigley, a punter. Leon Washington and another punter, Lack Edwards. A lot of teams probably have that, right? You run a trick play. Our highest rated quarterback, Jay Fiedler, 113.3 in 2 games, is our highest rated quarterback of all time. Josh Johnson is our second highest rated quarterback of all time at 99.7. Quincy Carter is third with a 98.2 quarterback rating. Dick Jamieson and Mark Brunell round out the top 5. Now, granted, most of these are 1 starts, 2 starts, 3 starts. Suck it, Aaron Rodgers. You're behind Troy Taylor, Mark Malone, and Mark Brunell, and Dick Jamieson. All right, back to you guys. All right, yeah, all right, we'll do this real quick. Jamison Crowder was 1 for 1, 43-yard touchdown pass. Curtis Martin was 2 for 2, obviously the infamous one to Wayne Corbett in the fucking monsoon down in Tampa Bay, the Wayne Corbett flashlight game. He's 2 for 2, 36 yards, 2 touchdowns. Blair Thomas, 1 for 1, 16 yards, touchdown. Tom Tupa was 7 of 12, 174 yards, 2 touchdowns. The long was a 65-yarder up the sideline to Keyshawn Johnson. All right, let me close Football Reference. Back to you guys. All right, Pennington. Yes, I know Pennington. I said Pennington, but then I said Tupa would be, and I was right. Tupa is rated higher. All right, Kevin Tatz, I'm looking. Who was the leading scorer of the 98 season? Oh, man. Who was the kicker in 98? It was before John Hall. Who was the kicker for the 98 team? All right, let me bring up YouTube on the side here so I don't lose my spot in StreamYard. You mean player or you mean just kicker would count, right? No, John Hall. I don't think John Hall was 98. Was he? I don't think Hall came in. I think Hall was a rookie when he made that kick in Oakland. So who was the leading scorer in 98? Keyshawn Johnson. I think he had the most touchdowns. I think Keyshawn had more touchdowns than Curtis did that year. Did you stump me or did I get it? Yeah, Clancy just named every 98. Oh, Curtis. All right, Kevin Tats, you get added to the list. Good one. I thought Keyshawn scored more. Oh, but Keyshawn had multiple touchdown game against Jacksonville in the playoffs. All right, I'm looking for more questions. Brees Hall to Mason Taylor. I was there for that in Cincinnati. Oh, Cisco. Now we're Chad's number. We get to that level, bro. We're going streaking through the quad. Pork Star. This unsung hero led the Jets in touchdowns in 1991. 91. Johnny Hector? I'm going to say Johnny Hector. I don't think it was Blair Thomas. I'm going to guess Johnny Hector, Pork. Let me know if I'm right. I'm looking in the chat for more questions. Hall was the kicker in 98? Who did we beat in the playoffs in 03, week before? Oh, I got that. Who did we beat in the playoffs in 03, week before the Steelers? I answered that. That was the Chargers. Nah, oldest player to start a game for the Jets. Oldest player to start a game for the Jets. This is going to be a weird one. This is going to be. Is it Rodgers? I was thinking it's going to be a punter like Sean Landeta. Didn't we have Landeta at like the fucking end of his career? I don't know if it's going to include kickers or punters as starters. Vinny was older. Really? How old was Vinny? I love this shit. I could do this fucking shit forever. Even if I'm wrong, I like learning. He was 42 in 2005. Wow. Good one. Dream, if you're trying to call in, work on the camera. It's not on. Oh, Brad Baxter. That's a good one. All right, we got to add Pork. Cisco, give me a thumbs up. Are you keeping track of people who are stumping me or no? Thank you. Add Pork of the Morning to that list, please. And we'll add those to the wheel later. Black Gypsy, how many interceptions did Cromartie have his first? Oh, come on. Ah. Five. Although I think it's 7. I think he had a really good year because they threw at him more. I'm going to change it to 7. No? All right. That is really tough to guess the number of it. And like if you would have said to me what player had this amount of interceptions in this year, come on, man. Structure it where it's at least gettable. Lineman that caught a touchdown from Zach Wilson. Oh, fuck. That was McGovern. Connor McGovern. Connor McGovern? I think because he had the same name as the lineman from Buffalo. He was the fucking 6'8", like weird looking dude. Is that right? No. Who was it, Kev? He was like a 6'7", 6'8" guy that was like our backup tackle / guard. McDermott, son of a bitch. Damn it. All right. All right, looking for a few more questions, trying to catch up. Yeah, McDermott. Damn, he was so bad. Nice, Kev. Well done. Well done. What's up, Kevin? Welcome. Nice, Kev. You got the jersey? Awesome. Awesome. I should have fucking known that. Damn it. Oh, man. Folks, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We hit the 2,300 mark earlier today. Shout out to Cisco's son-in-law. I think he said son-in-law. So we're at 2,300. I appreciate all you guys. What's up, Stack? Folks, for those of you in the Discord, how many tissue did Justin Fields use in 2025? Was this when he was in the closet crying? Probably all of them, Paul. The answer is all of them. Oh, no. Well, I don't think he's with the Jets anymore. Oh, you guys are crazy. I love it. Oh, Black Gypsy. You negative SOB. How many negative yard games has a Jet QB ever had? No, Koo got cut. Young Ho Koo's not with us. He never played a game. He's officially not a Jet. Oh, this is a trick one, though. Now is it 1 or 2? Mike Nugent, because I went fucking ballistic ballistic on a voicemail that my friend saved for multiple years. And anytime anyone came in the house, they had to play the voicemail of me screaming and yelling that I waited 2 rounds for the Jets to make a goddamn draft pick, and they pick a fucking kicker? A fucking kicker? It was so much worse than that. I was at work on a Saturday waiting for the freaking draft because this is when they used to do 3 rounds on Saturday and 4 rounds on Sunday. I absolutely lost my mind when we drafted Mike Nugent. It was about how kickers are pointless, kickers are useless, and kickers aren't real people. Like, it was a minute and a half until like the tape would click. The tape would run out and beep, and people would just play that voicemail and like gather around the answer machine to listen to it. It was wild. I hated when that phone died. See, we didn't have phones to record everything back then, folks. Back in my day, we left voicemails on voice machines. Rob says the lineman scores on a Bilal fumble. A lineman who scored on Bilal's fumble. I'm going to say the answer is 2, because didn't Fields have 2 games with negative passing yards? The lineman who scored on a Bilal fumble. I don't know. I don't know that one. Those are my drinking years during Bilal Pal. Those were awful times. Well, Black Gypsy, thank you for clarifying. Right, but wrong. Yeah. We did a Dylan and I earlier in the offseason did a draft of the best players the Jets have drafted since 2000. And it was rough. We couldn't even put a full offensive line together. We had to take 3 offensive linemen each because it was that awful. You know, even if Parcells drafts, the 2001 always gets talked about, but Parcells drafts were not very fucking good. I'm going to tell you one that drives me crazy. Now, granted, James Farrier went on to be a very good pro, but the Jets traded the number 1 pick in 1997 to the St. Louis Rams, who drafted Hall of Famer Orlando Pace. They moved back to number 6, and then they traded again to Seattle, who drafted Walter Jones, Hall of Fame tackle. We took James Farrier 8th. What's up, Mike? These nuts. Cisco with a super chat. Ask Nick who he wanted at pick 47. What year? Who did I want at pick 47? Oh, I wanted CJ Allen. No, he wasn't anything special, but you passed on 2, if not. Listen, next to Anthony Munoz, if you said Orlando Pace or Walter Jones are the best offensive tackle to ever play football, you're not wrong. We passed on both of them. So Parcells did not have a great draft. You want to look at that entire draft class that year? James Farrier, Rick Terry, Dedrick Ward, Terry Day, Leon Johnson, Lamont Burns, Raymond Austin, Tim Scharf, Chuck Clemente, Steve Rosga, Jason Ferguson. Okay, he nailed Ferguson. That was a great pick. 7th round from Georgia, by the way. and was the center of the defense for many years to come. All right, let's look at his next draft, 1998. Where are you? Oh, here's a fun one. We didn't have a first-round pick that year because of the Curtis Martin. But second round, Dorian Bousset, Scott Frost, Kevin Williams, Jason Fabini, Casey Daly, Doug Karszewski, Blake Spence, Eric Bateman, Eric Agbugu, Chris Brazel, Dustin Johnson, Lawrence Hart. Another awful draft by Parcells. Parcells did a great job bringing in his guys like Brian Cox and others, and then making the most out of the Jets that were already there. And we didn't have a first-round pick that year either. Where are we? All right. 99, no first-round pick again. Randy Thomas was a very good guard. We lost him in the raid by Washington when they took Lavernius Coles, Chad Morton, John Hall, Randy Thomas. They all went to Washington. And then there's David Laverne, Jason Wiltz, Jermaine Jones, Mark Megna, J.P. Machado, Ryan Young. He was with the Jets for a bit. These are awful drafts. Awful. That's 3 years in a row. Parcells had an awful draft. And then, of course, 2000, his last draft was just obviously epic. You go Ellis and Abraham back-to-back at 12 and 13, Pennington at 18, Anthony Beck at 27, Coles at 78. That draft is part of the reason that we were good for years to come. Yeah, that's trading twice to miss those tackles, Pace and Jones, that's not good. And then you traded back and you drafted horribly. You didn't even get the value. Dream, if you want to try the call back in again, your camera wasn't on. I don't know if that was you purposely, if you were in a different app, but it's 11 o'clock. We'll start wrapping this bad boy up if nobody else calls in. Again, if you are on Discord, well, all right, let's rewind. Become a paying recurring member of the channel. Once you do that, we add you to the Discord. Then, monthly, we will be giving away a raffle prize for just the recurring members of the channel. Okay? Then, if you are in the Discord, you have access to the call-in link every show. So you get access to a prize every month just for the members on recurring payments, not anyone gifted. And you get access to the call-in link every show. So if you're on Discord, hit me up. Nick Shine can't be stumped. Thank you, Robert C. Of course, you have to read Robert C's comments as Robert C. What New York Jets offensive lineman gave up the least quarterback pressures in 2010? 2010. Alan Faneca. It was Brick, Alan Faneca, Nick Mangold, Brandon Moore, and Kareem McKenzie. What a fucking line. We lost Kareem McKenzie to the Giants. It's Mangold? Okay. Bill, you get another raffle. Well, what are you doing? You ain't got your camera on?
What's up, man? Hold on. Maybe there. Oh, isn't.
How you doing, buddy? All right, we know it's the dream because we hear the dog. We know the dog bark. Folks, thank you. That was a fun new segment on the show here. Stump Nick and Trivia. Congratulations to those of you that did. Also, get some trivia questions ready in the future. We'll play that game again. What's going on, Dream?
That Mike Nugent question was from me. I sent it through Cisco.
Yeah, I got that one right away.
I mean,
The
that was,
2005. Yeah, that
ooh.
one drove me nuts because we lost the number one pick that year because we traded up for Dwayne Robertson the year before.
What was his problem? He had a degenerative neck issue at the time.
Dwayne Robertson?
Yeah.
I don't think he had a neck. He looked like Vlad Dukas. He went from like ears to shoulder. He had like no neck.
He had an issue. He had a issue, and I was like, oh boy, he drafted a guy that has an issue.
That was a. He died?
What?
Nope, that's a different. All right. In 2008, it says Robertson underwent wrist surgery earlier this year and has played his entire 5-year career with a chronic knee problem. After consummating the trade by paying Robertson a reduced rate of $4 million in bonuses and salary, the Broncos opted for a less. All right, so the Broncos got him.
Yeah, well, you don't want a defensive tackle with a degenerative knee problem.
Dream, I'm going to give you credit because I didn't think there was any fucking way you were saying degenerative properly. See, I didn't say it properly right now. You slowed it down and you nailed it, and I fucked it up. So the key to saying degenerative properly is Sailor Jerry. Congrats.
Well, yeah, as you do, right? I mean,
How you doing?
Well, the camera's all screwed up on the thing. I was trying to, and you screwed up my Mike Nugent question.
I didn't screw it up. I answered it.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. And yeah. Also, speaking of, me and Cisco were talking behind your back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. About
Where's this going?
About people you might want to get on the show.
Okay.
Right? Maybe some jet failures also. Like Kotite. Can we have Kotite?
I think Kotite died, didn't he? I don't think we can get him.
Look it up. Look it up. Jamie, pull it up.
Oh, he's currently 83 years old. He's alive. He died to us.
Yeah, to us, he died. But like, have you
go
ever heard
4 and 28 in 2 years? You're dead to us. I didn't know he was still alive. Good for him.
Should we pull him out? And I was talking to Cisco, and he was like, "Well, yeah, that would be a good interview. I'd watch." And I'm like, "I'd fucking watch too." Like,
You really want this guy?
I've never seen a modern interview with this guy. Is it even possible?
Oh,
right?
Oh, sorry. I went to click something. The box moved. I'm sorry.
What,
Hold
did
on.
he die? Did he die?
No, he's alive. I went to add share screen, and then the box moved because I stopped sharing the other screen.
All right. Simple
here you go.
fagatito. Yeah.
I am not a fagatito.
Right,
but you know who is?
Oh,
this guy.
Who's that? Oh.
Who's that? Who's that? You want to talk to him? Who you should know you want to talk to?
I would. Would you allow him on the show?
No.
Why?
I don't have anything to talk to him about.
But that would drive up some ratings. Isn't that we need to get to like what? We need to get to like 3K, right?
I don't know if Rich Kotite is the driving force behind subscribers in the Jet community, though.
Yeah, I don't know. What would
I get that you're thinking outside the box, and I appreciate that, like, train of thought. But
that would be
number
like
one, I don't
that would
think
be like
Rich
that would be
Kotite.
like
Wait, hold on. Let me answer you.
All right,
Number
go.
one, I don't think Rich Kotite wants to talk about his time with the Jets. Maybe if it's as offensive coordinator. Do you know that? Do you know that Rich Kotite was the offensive coordinator for Ken O'Brien in 85 and 86 when the Jets were one of the most prolific offenses in the NFL?
Well, yeah, because obviously, dude, he had to have something to be promoted to head coach. Right?
Right.
Now, this is a great question for Ken O'Brien.
Oh.
Did you see something in Rich Kotite?
Don't worry. I already got one in the chamber for you. Don't worry. Don't worry.
You got a curveball coming for him? Oh yeah.
Don't worry, man.
All
Trust
right.
me. We're
Are
going to present you a very, very polished product. I'm very excited for what Cisco and I are going to put together for that show.
All right. So you got some Vaseline under your the bill of your hat, and you gonna throw on it, Kenny?
You want me to throw a little Phil Necro? You want me to have a little nail file under here? You want me to throw a knuckleball?
All right. Please ask him
So,
about.
real quick, let me tell you a Rich Kotite story.
Oh.
Did you ever hear
do
Keyshawn
tell.
Johnson?
Do tell.
Keyshawn Johnson comes to the NFL. Now, he came from USC, and he says,
Stop. Started by, let me paint you a picture. Say it.
Can I tell the story first?
All right.
Come on, be respectful. Let me tell the story.
Yeah.
So Keyshawn Johnson comes from USC, and it's a professional program out there at the time, and they run things at an elite level, and there's a standard. And he goes, and then my rookie year, I come to the Jets, and our coach, Kotite, isn't even in meetings. And there's times they're like, where's Rich? Where's Coach? He's on the other field smoking and on the original, like Zach
Cigarettes
Morris
or
cell
cigars?
phones. I don't remember.
Did he specify?
I don't remember.
Because that matters.
I don't remember which it was. If it was cigars, it'd probably stick out of my head. But Rich Kotite looks like a dirty SOB that like chain smokes like Marlboros and smells like shit.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't think very highly of Rich Kotite. So that's.
Well, no, nobody. Who does in this community? I mean,
nobody.
But man, if you can get them on here, that will be a feat. Yeah.
You're right. It would be a feat. It would be it would be a defeat, just like he got as a head coach. It would be a defeat for the show.
But yeah, I mean,
how do I have on Jets legends and then say, oh yeah, I'm gonna squeeze in a Rich Kotite discussion?
Can you imagine?
All right, let's play a little. All right, let's do a little role playing here, Dream.
Yeah,
you be me, and I'll be Rich Kotite. You sell to me, Nick Shine, why I, Rich Kotite, at 83 years old, who hasn't been involved with the Jets. Let me finish.
I'm trying to get you on the show. I'm not doing the show. All right, good.
Correct. So you sell to me, Rich Kotite, who got fired by the Jets after winning 4 games in 2 full seasons. Go ahead.
Well, hey guys.
Who's this?
The name's Nick Shine.
Nice to meet you. How can I help you?
All right, so I'm doing a show over here with some Jets.
How did you get my number, you psychopath?
Well, I do have have you ever Googled anybody up?
All right, this is
now,
creepy.
you are famous. Look, I run a Jet show. Look, my name's Nick Shine.
The Jets? You want me to talk about the Jets?
Yeah. Anyways, can you just you're talking out of turn here. So, anyways, you call
me to talk to me. You get my number off of Google, and now you're telling me I'm talking out of turn. What kind of show do you run, buddy?
Mr. Kotite, calm down. I'm trying to run a show here.
Listen, you crazy son of a bitch. What did you say your name was? Jake Asman?
No.
Well, no? Why are you calling me?
However,
Proceed.
my name is Nick Shine.
Okay, nice to meet you. Now, can I ask you a question, Nick? You're calling me here at my house, and I'm enjoying my elder years of life. I have a question for you, Nick. Have you ever thought about moving to Jacksonville and becoming a python hunter?
This is an interesting thought, but I mean, back to the Jets.
All right, go
So
ahead.
you
Proceed.
are enjoying your elder years, right? And where does he live now?
I don't know where I live. I don't want to give you my whereabouts, sir. All right.
Well, again, my name is Nick Shine. So I'm doing a show. I would love to talk about the Jets, and I was thinking about you a lot lately, you know, and your name came up a lot in the comments, and we were just wondering, would you like to come on the Nick Shine show and talk about things?
I appreciate you reaching out to me, but I am enjoying my life at this age away from football. I wish you well on your show and much success.
But Nick Shine, have many questions. Why wouldn't you want to answer them?
Heads or tails?
Mr. Kotite?
Heads or tails?
Tails.
All right. I'll come on.
All right. See, that's how you do it.
Thank you.
It's done. That's how it's done.
Oh, man.
That's how you get Rich Kotite on the
That's how
show.
all right. We got it. Rich Kotite has to ask me heads or tails. I get it correct, and that's how I get him on the show.
Yeah. Well,
you know what? I will search out Rich Kotite, and I will ask.
we need him on the show. We as
Paul
Jet
O'Brien.
fans have a lot of questions.
Paul O'Brien says if I'm Kotite, I'm calling the police. Kevin Zwicker says, thinking about you a lot. What type of show is this? Very good point.
Oh,
it's a Jet show.
All right. Well, I screwed up.
Black Gypsy says, "Ayo." Why are you thinking about him a lot?
What will Leslie Walker do? I screwed up the show.
I didn't screw anything up.
No, you're trying to get away from the, nonsense. But you did allow Gorman to call in.
Everyone in the Discord has access to the link. That's how it's done. Oh, Robert C. Very good point. Forgive me. Robert C. corrected me.
Wait, hold on. Am I Nick Shine? And Nick Shine's coach?
Let me talk. Nick. Robert C. says, I didn't get fired because I resigned. That's true. Rich Kotite did resign December 20th, 1996, before the final game of a disastrous 1-15. So he technically only went 1-14. I've always given him credit for that 1-15. He did. He resigned.
Robert C.
Nope, he did coach. All right, hold on. Kotite, who famously described the move by saying, "I was not fired. I am not quitting," remained to coach the team's season finale before permanently leaving the NFL sidelines. Prior to his stint with the Jets, his contract also was not renewed by the Eagles following the 94 season. Very interesting.
Well, hold on.
So he resigned before the game.
Not renewed by the Eagles? Was he coach? Did he have two contracts?
No, the Eagles they had a lame duck coach in 94. They let his contract expire. And then at the end of 96, he resigned before the last game, but he still coached the last game.
All right, now
December 96.
let me ask you this. What was Rich Kotite that made him the sexy name that the Jets wanted? What did
Probably
he do?
because Leon Hess was loyal, and there was some success with Kotite in the 80s as the offensive coordinator. All right, I have a trivia question for everybody.
Dick Curl.
It's not Dick Curl. Let me get the trivia question out. Don't talk over me, please.
Uh-huh.
In the 1996 New York Jets season, they went 1-15. Who is the one team that they defeated?
Cardinals?
Yes. Jesus Christ, you're a fucking savant.
No, I'm a Jets fan.
All right. What was the score?
Well, now, yeah.
Hey, now. Hey, yeah.
It was like, nah, I don't know. Yeah, the hands of
31-21, we defeated the Cardinals. So I'm going to give you the scores of that season. Lost to the Broncos, 31-6. Lost to the Colts. Hold on. Let me give everybody the info.
You're going week by week.
Dream, you can't talk over me. Don't Mikey
But
Midnight
you're
me,
going
please.
week by week.
How else would I do it?
All right, you go. Take it there.
Lost to the Broncos, 31-6. Lost to the Colts, 21-7. In an exciting game, lost to the Jaguars, 36-27. Again, lost to the Eagles, 13-6. Lost to the Redskins, 31-16. Lost to the Raiders, 34-13. Lost to the Jaguars, 21-17, playing them close. Lost to the Bills, 25-22. Beat the Cardinals after being 0-8 to win 31-21. Lost to the Patriots 31-27. I was at that game. We were up like 21-0 at halftime. Or 24-3. We were up and blew that game in the second half. Lost to the Colts 34-29. Lost to the Cowboys 35-10. Doubled down on it. Lost to the Tennessee Oilers 35-10. Lost to the Patriots, almost duplicated it. Lost 34-10. Lost to the Dolphins 21-20, and lost to the Dolphins again 31-28. What a time to be alive. 1996, 18 years old. People weren't mean at all about your football team being that awful. But Dream, I'm going to end the show, man.
Yo, when is the last time we beat the Dolphins in Miami?
The last time we beat the Dolphins in Miami.
Yeah.
Did Zach do it? All right. Every game between them. We beat them here on January 5th, the last game of the year. We beat them here, the 199-yard game.
Yeah.
At the New York Jets. That's back to 2019. At the New York Jets. At Miami. Wow. October of 15.
October 15, what year?
October of 2015.
Ooh.
So that game was at New York. We beat them in 24 season here on the last game of the year when they gave up.
Dude,
we beat them 40-17.
Ago?
We beat them 40-17 here. That was the Breece Hall game where he had 199 yards and got tackled at the one on the swing pass. And then we beat them 22-21 here in December of 19. And then we beat them here 20-6 in 2017. And then we beat them here again 38-20 in November of 15. And we beat them in Miami October 4th of 2015, 27-14.
Is that the last time?
That was the last time.
11 years ago?
Yeah.
Wow. Who was the quarterback for Miami 11 years ago?
Ryan Tannehill.
Ooh. Who was the running back? And the coach.
Hold on. Stats. Landry went that's receiving. Lamar Miller was the running back. I only had 7 attempts for 26 yards. And then Jarvis Landry. Wow.
The coach. Who was the coach?
The coach of Miami back then? Hold on. Let me You give me a whole bunch of homework to do here.
Well, I mean, this is
All right,
stuff
hold
we
on.
need to know, right?
Who is the Jets coach?
And, man, well, that was a dark time in my life. I don't know.
Joe Philbin started the year, and then Dan Campbell. So Joe Philbin got fired after starting 1-3. So Dan Campbell was the interim coach and went 5-7.
Wow, Dan Campbell.
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting. So, do you think we get a win in Miami this year?
I think we sweep them.
Sweet. With what? Where's your
What?
big dickery? Why would you think that we can beat Miami in Miami and we haven't done it in 11 years?
Because I'm somebody who believes that the past doesn't dictate the future. We're a better team than them. They got rid of all their talent. We should be able to fucking manhandle them, to be honest.
Well, yeah, you know, and well, here's a weird thing about Miami. Like Jake says this a lot. It's like, here was the Miami. ESPN says that we are the 31st worst team in the league. Correct?
Yeah, I'm not worried about that.
And one above Miami. Correct?
I didn't even click on that shit because I don't do power rankings. I don't believe in them. I think they're just clickbait.
Nah, I don't do power rankings, but I look at the things, you know.
All right.
But like, they signed Malik Willis for what, $60 million? This guy.
Well, they wanted to.
They
wanted to roll the
then
dice, bro.
you want to tank with a $60 million quarterback? Is
I don't think
that
they're
what it sounded
tanking.
for? Is that
No, hold
really?
on, hold on. Wait. Let me correct you. I don't think they're tanking. I think they just had to fucking wipe the slate clean, and they're gonna go with Malik Willis for a couple years while they build up their roster because they have to. They're going to be a bad team. I don't think they're tanking. I just think they had a wipe out. They tried to win. They had the big contracts. They had Tua. They had Hill. They had Ramsey. They had all these guys with big contracts. They had Fitzpatrick. They tried to win, but they couldn't win. So now they got to wipe the slate clean. They got 170 million, I believe, dead cap.
And they got the who's the head coach from Green Bay?
Yeah, their offense. I don't even know his name yet.
Forget.
It's not worth knowing yet.
Anyways, my coworker is from Wisconsin, right? He's a big time Packer fan, right? He's you guys are gonna fucking hey, he laughs at us because we stink. We do stink, and he comes from a winning tradition. Could you imagine, dude? Like coming from like a Steelers or a Green Bay Packers or a Patriots, like a franchise that just playoffs every year, all day, every time. You know.
Yep.
And so he's coming from Wisconsin. And we got him week 2, Packers. Right?
Yes, sir. Dream, it's time for me to end the show, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you for calling in.
All right. Well, I'll leave you guys on the. I'll give you my predictions tomorrow or this weekend, whatever. Yeah.
All right. I predict that you're going to have a fun weekend. I hope you and Happy have a great time.
Yeah. Sorry about my camera ain't working, brother.
It's all right. You usually calling in the dark anyway. It's the same as most of your calls on a Friday night. So you're good, brother. Don't worry about that.
No. All right. Later.
Have a good night, buddy.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
See you. Folks, I appreciate you guys. Hope you guys had a fun time tonight. I will be on tomorrow's moving day. Most of the stuff getting out of here. This and the desk are staying. That will be the last thing that I take out either Monday or Tuesday after work. So I hope you guys enjoy the weekend. I'll be here Sunday night with Dylan Terraman. We will be on at 7 p.m. Eastern time. We'll be talking our New York Jets. We'll do an OTA recap. We'll do a little look ahead of what's going on in the Jets world. And we'll usually, Dylan and I come up with something different to talk about. So stay tuned. We'll talk tomorrow, have some ideas that we're kicking around. Again, folks, thank you to everyone helping get to 2,300. I appreciate each and every one of you. And don't forget, Ken O'Brien, June 28th, right here on the Nick Shine Show. Looking forward to bringing you that program. I give you my word that Cisco and myself are very hard at work and putting together the best possible show for you guys that night and every night. So, again, shout out to the Nick Shine Show producer, exclusive producer, Cisco Lopez. You're the man in the background. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Everybody, have a great night. God bless. Go Jets. And I hope that if any of you are in Manhattan, you don't get hurt if there's a championship with stupid people doing stupid shit. Stay safe. God bless. Be good. Good night. Blitz BK, turn it up.
Get ready for this All Jets Pro. Get ready for this all-time host. Get ready on your mark, set, go. Get ready, this is Nick Shine Show. Green and white nights, here the city locked in. Let's walk, Jets talk, another season with friends, another season with Glenn. I hope to see some more wins. I'm so seasoned with the pen, I hope we season the fins. We see brief, quick spins, release the beast from within. 20 shining like Nick, you know we gotta call in. You can make a couple Jets points, jokes in your spins, give away a couple memberships. If you ball in, he got giveaways and deaths, plus his tunes are the best. Gives you plenty time to talk how to improve on these Jets. Win or lose, we don't sweat, we don't boo on these vets. Ain't no booze for this vet, but we boo on the press and then move on to the next. Every year, June to June, we talk New York Jets. This is Nick Shine time, this is New York's best. Might have lost his big toe, but never lost his breath and never lost his step, never.
Here we go, baby. J-E-T-S, Jets, 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 let's go, baby.
Get ready for this All Jets Pro. Get ready for this all-time host. Get ready on your mark, set, go. Get ready, this the Nick Shine Show.
Gentry covered in football.
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show. Dim the lights, but it's still bright as Nick time. Day or night, this is his prime, it's Nick Shine. Proud fan, well defined, to get in line. Toe to toe with any show, he only got 9. The best show on YouTube, bro, is easy. We talk Jets all day, please believe me. Subscribe, you just gotta click a family. We not a click in 3D. You can see a beautiful DP. We see through the fake teams and the tea leaves. So we pray for a coach and a QB and hope that we close to the top in the new league. A toast to the host with the most, Nicky. Who, me? Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show.
Fantastic.
Oh, we're back. Eli with a super chat. You know, super chats, gifted memberships, keep the show going. Says Broncos fans want to get rid of Jonathan Cooper. Looks like legal issues. You know what I'm going to ask. Oh, man, the joke that I have, Eli. I don't think the Jets are in a place where they're going to bring in anybody with legal issues. I don't think if someone's, I believe his is domestic violence. I don't think we go that route. I don't think you're there where you take a chance on a player when you're trying to build the culture. If you're close, if you're the Bills and you've been close and you've been close and you can't get there, that's a place that they got a winning culture in place where they got a locker room that's experienced. I don't think we do that at all. I also think it's comical that a team will release the player if they do it there, but they'll get picked up somewhere else. And also, on another note, I get it. You're rich, pretty women. Pick better women, man. Stay away from people who try to bring you down in any form of life. You're an NFL player. You can have a pick of the cream of the crop. Don't be an asshole. Don't be around people who are going to trigger you or anger you. Just don't be a piece of shit. And don't date pieces of shit. It goes hand in hand. And I'm not going to say that anyone did anything wrong here. I don't know. But just in general, I mean, there are people out there who... I'll keep that comment to myself. But there are awful people who, number one, abuse people. And there are people who look to put themselves in a situation to take advantage of somebody with money. Both things are true. I don't know anything about this. I'm not speaking about this in specific case. But, you know, and if you're found guilty, and now there's fucking cameras everywhere, man. It ain't worth throwing your career away, your life away over an argument with a female. Get in a fucking car, call a fucking Uber, just walk away. Even if it's your house, get the fuck out of there. Just get out of there. Call the cops. Be like, oh, this woman's in my home. I don't want her here. Please come remove her. It's horrible. Again, I don't know what happened. I'm speaking in total generics with this, Eli, but no, I don't think the Jets would do that. But thank you for the super chat, my friend. I gifted a membership for Cisco Gifting 5 that went to Pat Rich. I appreciate you guys. You guys are the best. Jets fans, hopefully we get many wins to celebrate this year. Love you guys. Have a good night. And you know how we end this. OG time.
Here we go, baby. J-E-T-S, Jets, 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 let's go, baby.